long time. We no regular, never, never. Them know our style, you know. Yeah, what? You know we can't team cause we wild, you know. Girls and Kyle, you know. Make them know this. Brother the Benz are the brother the rims. Tell a boy no red eye, me work hard for me things. Them know a regular we fly like say we have wings. When you have thick fat Kyle, then a brother the link. Yeah, we no really matter when nobody wants say. We no beg firm, we full of militants say. Your gala say she like me cause me clothes them trendy. Full of jewelry and we money plenty. The whole place a burn up. Yeah, anywhere we turn up. Money and girls off the surplus. Yeah, no boy can't hurt us. Touch road we never nervous. Some boy a clown in a circus. Yeah, put them in a dirt fuss. Yeah, we a flip the gal them skirt fuss. Yeah, action pack we no storyteller. Style them different, no we no popular. Clips off the load when no roll with killer. If I no girls and money then a jokes we inner. Some boy a beginner, we are the winner. Roll with the spinner when me on for the dinner. Your girl get pick up when me roll up in a the beamer. Thick fat Kyle and liquor. The whole place a burn up. Yeah, anywhere we turn up. Money and girls off the surplus. No boy can't hurt us. Touch road we never nervous. Some boy a clown in a circus. Yeah, put them in a dirt fuss. Yeah, we a flip the gal them skirt fuss. Brother the Benz are the brother the rims. Tell a boy no red eye, me work hard for me things. Them know a regular we fly like say we have wings. When you have thick fat Kyle, then a brother the link. Yeah, we no really matter when nobody wants say. We no beg firm, we full of militants say. Your gala say she like me cause me clothes them trendy. Full of jewelry and we money plenty. The whole place a burn up. Yeah, anywhere we turn up. Money and girls off the surplus. Yeah, no boy can't hurt us. Touch road we never nervous. Some boy a clown in a circus. Yeah, put them in a dirt fuss. Yeah, we a flip the gal them skirt fuss.
Yo, 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 where you go? Where you go? Where you go? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
I'm right here.
All right, all right. You're right here. All right, Townsend Michelle. We missed you on Monday.
um,
And
I was tired. I was really tired. I was really tired. The boat ended. We had to unpack everything, decorations and all that. Then I ended up going to the after party. Was at the after party for a while. Got home. Then I still had to go to work Monday, day shift and night shift. So it was just like I was really tired. I was like, nah, I can't get on there. But first, I want to say thank you. Thank you to my podcast members. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody. Trickstar, how do I repay you? Um, you hold me down. You really hold me down. Even in the last, when the boat wanted to leave some people, he was the person that really like was just there with the bands and just holding me down. I like that. Um, but 6 months of promotion went just like that. Um, I watched my baby evolve. I watch. So the first year when I did it was my birthday party. What it evolved into is after I got sick, and then it became about that, just something to celebrate, something to make me happy. And I think most people know that since my diagnosis, like my nails is always pink, no matter what style, it's always pink. So I started doing it the pink boat ride, made it into. I moved it from September to June when I know people would be happy and want to celebrate and be outside, and it became about that. But this year, it's my fifth year, and I was very happy. I was happy in a sense of like even before the boat ride, I made it live because I didn't know what the turnout would be like. I didn't know none of that because as promoters, and I like to let me fix that for me and you conversation as a socialite. I
right,
wouldn't
right,
want
right.
to.
Like
I don't want to
yeah,
think.
you're
I
not a
don't. I
promoter.
would.
You're not a
My
promoter.
number. I wouldn't know the numbers in advance. But when I made that live on Sunday, it was more so being grateful, grateful for the people that God has placed in my life because At one point, I had people in my life that they were just leeches. There were just people in my life that was just there because whether being around Tasha Michelle could get you in a party and just the things that comes with being around me. And I felt used. So now I have people around me that actually really care, do for me and not expect anything in return. It feels weird. Don't get me wrong, because I'm not used to people doing stuff for me without expecting something. So the people in my life that's doing for me, and I'm talking about that because when I did that live, and then even the one I did yesterday, Tuesday morning, I tell people that I didn't make a flyer for my event. You know that, Bobby?
I mean, I thought I saw a
Yes, you
flyer.
saw a
No,
flyer. I didn't make it. I was blessed.
really.
If you notice on Ooh La La, on Kareem's flyer, my flyer was on one side and his flyer was on the next side. I didn't make a flyer for my party. I did not. And I didn't
Okay.
make a post. I did the posters you see like at the restaurant stuff. I didn't pay for those.
Oh, oh, you're right. And this is funny. I didn't plan this. I just happened to have this flyer in
Yeah,
my.
I didn't
This is crazy. Like I
I
didn't plan this. I just.
I was just so
Oh, so Ooh La La was the flyer, and then somebody put your flyer on the
Kareem
back.
made flyers and just put me and him party on one flyer. Kareem did that for me. And then the posters, Assassin did that and it's like I just got a text. I didn't even had his number saved in my phone and he just sent me a text and he was like, come get these flyers. The posters, the bigger ones. So it's like I just feel blessed on the fifth year because everybody jumped in and helped and even with the decorations and stuff for the boat. I have a friend that Charmaine, she's really my ace girl. Like she is not a friend that goes to the party or somebody that we talk every day. But if it's ever something with the boys or with my health or she's there for me. Even when, I my little untimely vacation, she was there. But she had a whole poster board made for the entry of the boat and stuff like that. And then Tishani came and did the one on the boat because if you notice, there's two set of decoration, and that's from different
Yes.
people. My balloons. My cousin came all the way from Florida. She bought balloons. She even traveled with the balloon blower thing to blow up the balloon. So it was just blessings all the way around. Like if I can tell you, like, to say this year I went hard for this promotion, I didn't because I was at work most of the time. And when I'm not that, I'm in the lab creating creams and face soaps and washes. And when I'm not that, I'm at the store changing the windows and trying to get my sales up. And I was just focusing on that. I didn't do the work this year for this boat ride. I would say the podcast did. I would say Kareem did. I would say Coogee did. I would say the people that enjoy the boat ride did because there were days that I didn't share the flyer, that Pepper Pot shared the flyer, that Nora shared the flyer, that Neeks shared the flyer, that other people shared the flyer. So I just felt like I wanted to say that on Sunday, even before the boat ride. And then yesterday morning, I felt the same way. Like, I am blessed with good people around me and in my life right now. I appreciate the people that are not my friend that see my hustle, that see what I do, and they want to help me push it. And I appreciate stuff like that. And all in all, with everything that God has blessed me with, because at the end of the day, Kareem decision to do that came from God. Whatever blessings that come to me through someone, God did that. I'm grateful. I appreciate everybody. You were there with the video. Rush was there with the video. I had Johnny British from New York with on the pictures. The sound man, Sound International, hold me down for like 2 hours. The DJs didn't get on, and it was just everybody just, nobody fussed, nobody fight. Well, at the moment, it didn't happen right then and there, but people was just, catching up slacks, making it happen. The boat was late because I was late, because at 4:30 I was still at the boat decorating. It was mad traffic getting there and back. But I'm so happy that people enjoy themselves. The things that I look for at the end of my event is to see the posts where one person said the view, the music, the food, just the whole everything, meeting new people made her come alive. That made my heart smile. Somebody else posted and said they had so much fun. When I hear men told me like, "Oh, all the DJs that played were good," it's just that made me happy and that made me smile and that made me look forward to year 6. I feel great. I'm grateful. I feel blessed. I love the support that I got from my community. One person that was on the boat here, all the way from Cayman Islands, and he goes, "Tasha, I be a girl dash up on your boat." Yeah, man, I must say, gal farm. It was just the little things, the little comments and stuff like that. That I'm just grateful and I'm happy and I'm blessed to have had, an event that people really are speaking on, that they're enjoying it. The only negative flashback I got, like, people were complaining about the food price. And for that, I would say this: the water at the corner store is $1. The one in the airport is 5.50. The McDonald's
Right.
in Codman Square, a sandwich is $8. But if you go on 95 South and stop at the pit stop, it's gonna be close to $20. Out in the arbor, in the water, in the ocean, the food on the boat is the only restaurant. Price is gonna be different. You can have chicken for $25. You didn't have to want the lobster tail for $40. Or you didn't have to want the seafood medley. There were things there in price points that people could afford. So for me, it's just that it's different things and it's going to come with a different price. And again, the kitchen is run by somebody that I started the whole boat cruise with, and I would never change my chef. He does a healthy, I don't know if you've ever eat from him. I didn't know if you got any of the food on the boat. He has a healthy way of preparing his meals, and I enjoy it. He does a lot of fish.
How does he prepare? What do you mean by healthy? How does he do that?
More so like grill and yes, there's a little fry stuff.
Oh yeah. No, no, not really the
Not too
fry
much
stuff, right?
gravy sauce for the heartburn, and like his way is different. Like today I had soup from him and it was pumpkin and beans and banana. Like it was a real ital soup, like a real ital soup. There's no meat in it, but it tastes so good. It had green bananas and pumpkins and beans and potatoes and all that other stuff. So that was it. The bar, I don't get the bar. You guys know that. So I requested tequila. I requested that. They didn't get enough. It sold out fast. And then the lines were long. Usually the boat has two bars. They gave us one. I didn't even question or try
Right.
to fight with them, or, you know, I just said, you know what? It's year 5 and I just want to have fun. And I had fun. I had so much fun. My little fashion show always work out. No, nobody really, but they get to see me in different outfits, dress up. And I love that. You guys, you were like, you're really going to change your clothes. And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. I got to do 3 outfits.
Yeah, and we spoke about this yesterday when I said the Pretty in Pink boat ride unfortunately escapes the fighting as a regular promotion, right? Because this basically is for support a survivor of breast cancer.
Yes.
That's what we're here to do. We're here to support breast cancer survivors, you and the other women that was on the
Yes.
boat.
And
So you can't.
there were more than about 4 or 5 of us. us that are survivors that were on that boat there that were survivors. Um, it's funny that you said that. We just want to be in our pink and know that we're pink for a purpose, we're pink for a cause, and we're enjoying life. We're still here, we're still happy.
So what we're gonna do is because we're gonna do something different. We're not just gonna do a regular dance hall video. Um, we'd like to sit down and we're gonna film a documentary on this. Sit down, mic you up, have you talk about your experience, and we'll play the B roll on top of it. And we spoke about this last night where we said you are not a
No, I'm
promoter.
not.
You're the only female in Boston that is not a promoter. No disrespect. We're not throwing shade to anyone. You're more of a socialite.
Because I am my store first. I like to say this. I had this conversation with Jojo, the guy from Sylvina. We were on the boat and I had this conversation. I like to say I'm a boutique owner first. I sell clothes. Fashion is my thing. The party stuff came as an extra because I enjoy partying. I enjoy dressing up to go party. I enjoy good music. I am one of those people that really, really like the essence of being outside. Um, but I can say I wasn't always friendly. But again, life experiences had made me a very like tough, hard, like I had to because I felt like I needed to. But getting sick and experiencing certain things and like I tell people a million times, I don't think it's cancer the disease that eats us up. It's more the stress of it, the mind of it, the mind that just that whole, am I gonna die? I need to know. And what is going on? And the doctors and the different, because with, well, I know with breast cancer, it's like you're dealing with a surgeon, you're dealing with an oncologist. It's like you're dealing with two, three different doctors for different things. The person that prescribe your meds is not the person that's gonna cut into you and take your lump out. You'll have to go and
Right.
see a psychiatrist because mentally it eats you. And a lot of times people that are going through cancer, it's the mental health part of it that's really, because for me, I didn't feel any pain until after my surgery. I didn't even know I was sick. I just went for a regular mammogram and Codman Square messed up so bad they didn't even send me a letter to say I was sick. It was Boston Medical that
What?
I had a second mammogram. And then the morning of the second mammogram, I wasn't there and they gave me a call. They're like, "Where are you?" And I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, "You're supposed to be here." And I was like, "I'm on my way from Cape Cod." And they were like, "Well, you have to be here. You have to come now." And I was like, "What is going on?" It's like, "When you get here, we'll talk." And then when I get there, they're like, well, it's this. And they started explaining. And on the square, same day that I had my mammogram, I had a biopsy the same exact day. I didn't have to leave and come back. Well, they made me wait an hour. I went from having a mammogram straight to having a biopsy. And then it came back that I had atypical cells. And I was told, like, well, these are the cells that might turn to cancer or they might not. So it's up to you. You have a choice if you want us to go in and take it out or not. Me being a scaredy cat, I was like, yeah, you can take it out just in case it want to be, become cancerous or whatever. Just take it out. But unbeknownst to my surgeon and myself, when they opened up and went in, cancer was already there. So had I not okay and said take it out and waited and have them wait 6 months and keep checking me, it would have grown and gotten worse. By the time they went in, what was told to me as atypical cells was now ductal carcinoma. and it was the early stage. Thank God for that. And we keep going back every year, keep going back every 6 months. So I now take tamoxifen. Um, it's an estrogen blocker. It treats breast cancer. Um, I have little aches and pains here and there from it. It changes my body in some way, and what the damage that it's doing is worth the chance of me fighting to be here. If it keeps the cancer away, hey, heck it, I can deal with everything else. But again, like I said, it was the mental side of it for me because while they were telling me like all of this was in my body, I wasn't having any pain. I was good. I was like, yeah, I got cancer, right? Oh, I'm sad. It was just me being sad. Like, oh my God, what stage am I? Am I going to die? My son is still in high school. I plan on being here till I'm 96. What are you guys talking about? But it wasn't until the surgery. Then the pain started. And then I had to do radiation. And radiation is every day driving to the hospital, parking, going inside, laying in a machine, have them burn me, laser me, whatever.
So
And then
sorry to cut you. What do they? What do you mean by radiation? Like, is it? What happens? Do they? Is radiation a
so
pill or is it actually a machine that they put?
it's actually in a machine that you lay in and it burns the area.
Does that hurt?
Like Um, I never. It just feels tender. I didn't feel any pain, but it burns your skin. So you have to use like for me, I use a lot of Aquaphor. 2 years out, and I still like one of my boobs is darker than the other one. The one that had cancer is darker because the radiation burns you. So your skin is gonna be darker. It burns that because it has to burn the cancer. So it burns because even though they did a lumpectomy and they remove it, they still have to make sure because cancer is very sneaky. Once you have cancer, you always have cancer technically. It goes into remission is never, oh, you're completely good again. That's basically it. So after the radiation comes medication. Your chances are less if you take radiation and medication, or if you're the chemo and radiation and medication. It depends on the stage and the level you are, and that's what they'll recommend for you. In my case, I needed radiation and medication. Some people have radiation and chemo plus medication. Yes.
So what is chemo?
Chemo is where there's something like IVs, medication that they put in your body that kills the cancer cell, but it also kills the good cell. So that's the thing with cancer treatment. It kills the good and the bad cells. But again, the benefits is worth the risk. So you want to live, you want to be here for your family, you want to be happy. In my case, once I was told that I wasn't going to die, I started mentally I was already drained, and I I am so horrible. I am transparent to a certain level. Like I told the world at the end, I went through all of it with only a few people close to me knowing. Only a few people. I had people reached out to me like, "Do you want me to take you to the hospital?" I was like, "No," because I didn't want anybody to see me crying. I didn't want anybody to see me in that. My kids did not, my son or my daughter didn't know about my diagnosis until about 4 days before I went into surgery. Because I had to hold a conversation with my then 20 plus year old daughter about, my life insurance, just like little things that I felt like she needed to know. So I told them like maybe 4 or 5 days before. I don't remember. But my best friend, Carice, like it's funny. Imagine your best friend going through that and you're being strong for her, and she keeps She came to my house. I remember, and she was like, because it was a pandemic had happened, and it had caused a lot of people to like miss part of their, testing. And she was like, "When are you going?" I was like, "It's not my time to go." So every year, come September when it's my birthday, I do my yearly physical. I always do it right after my birthday. So I was like, I'm not gonna go till it's my birthday. But this was her being worried because she was going through the whole stage of I don't want to tell her story for her. She had her boob removed and all of that. So me walking going for my regular, checkup was like I'm good. I'm fine. I don't have nothing coming out of my breast. I don't have I've had breast implant since 2001. I've been getting like my little nip and tuck being a girly girl since my early 20s. So I have saline implants since my early 20s. And I've always gone since I've gotten to the age to have my mammogram. So cancer was the furthest thing from my mind. But like I said, by the time my surgery was done and I did radiation and rang my bell and had my certification and got on tamoxifen, that's when, I made a Facebook post like and told my followers, my friends, people that support me. And a lot of people was like, oh my God, you went through all of this and you just did it. And for me, I'm better off not telling when I'm hurting. I'm better off telling when it's over. And that's just how I have survived my entire life. So it's not like I wanted to hide it or anything. It's just like I'm better off just keeping it to myself. And that's what I did. And once I was done with radiation and I was on my meds for a few months, I opened up and I told the world like this is what's happening and this is what I experienced. And it just made me, I can say it made me a lot softer, a lot more forgiving, but it also made me like usually a lot of things have happened in the last 2 years that would have me on Facebook just wilding out, just screaming at people. But once I got sick and I experienced certain things, now I might say one, two things because that's just the Virgo in me. But now it's mind over matter. My goal is to stay healthy because I want to be 96. I don't know.
Right.
I've just been stuck in my head that I want to be 96. I don't know why.
I mean that's a good place to aim for. Yeah, I mean, once you go through that experience, you kind of realize that life there's what we think is life or death really isn't. Just to piggyback off that, what my OG, I know this is a little bit off topic, but my OG said to me one day, like, yo, beef is not real unless you want to take it to the extreme and get like wipe out the dude's family. Like we get so caught in the weeds of a little disrespect and we go crazy. But when
Thank
we
you.
go back 30,000 feet, it's like life. There's so much more to life than what we see. And it happens to the best of us. Sometimes, a little problem, we make it bigger than what it really is. But once you go through that and you go back 30,000 feet, you have a different perspective
You see things
on
so
what's real
different.
and
You
what's
see
fake.
things so different. And
Right.
things that would normally like irritate me and make me want to snap and go off. Now, nope, not having it, not doing it, don't want to be a part of it. I'll make my little pokes, my little gigs, my little, but it's not worth it. I'm happy. I'm at I would like to think I'm healthy right now. Um I eat different. I might snack every now and then, have a soda, whatever. But I know that sugar is the killer. I know that that's the problem. So I try to stay away from it. Um, my worst habit right now is that I drink. But I'm not a, like drink every weekend. I drink if I go out, I'll have a
Right.
drink or so, but that's my worst because I don't intake rice. There's a lot of things that I don't eat anymore. Um, I don't like meat. I like seafood. I like fish. I like those kind of things. I Meat don't do it for me anymore. I don't enjoy it. And then I have crazy like if I eat things with too much gravy and all of that, I get heartburn, and so I just don't be bothered. I just been trying to eat different and try to stay clean with my eating because again, is what we consume that's killing us. I don't care how we look at it. It's what we consume
Right.
that's killing us. What we put in our mouths, that's what's killing us.
Yeah, I really so Johnny May, who's in the chat, me and her's done some amazing work in fashion, like for Vogue. We've been publishing Vogue and Vogue Knitting, and she came to me Sunday, and she was all like, "Yo," well, last week she said in the chat that we need a documentary, because I'm here in my mom's basement, and just every time I look, there's something here that I could pull out that just brings everything back to 1998. And she came to the brunch. She said, "Yo, you need to do a documentary. We need a documentary." And I go, "What are we gonna do a documentary of?" She goes, "I don't know, find it out." And that's why I texted, said, "All right, fuck it. We're gonna do a documentary." Um, because I think something like this just needs to go out and people could see it, and then you could see the production and you doing the changes and people enjoying you, join you in your space. And I think that be just be positive too. Like, shit, yeah, you survived breast cancer. You also could promote a boat ride. You also can bring all your friends on and have a big party and celebrate life. So, Johnny May, man,
Johnny May
this is it.
BMC
And
BMC Breast Center is, yep, they are a very good team, a very very good team. From the oncologists to the surgeons to the nurses, very good team. Like I said, I have never, and I've spoke to so many people that says, but BMC being the hot, being like Boston Medical, people be like, on the same day that they thought I was that serious, the same day that I had my second mammogram, I was able to do my biopsy on the exact same day. And as women, how it goes in medical. It's always a new date, a new appointment. And for
right,
them to be able to do that for me, I'm forever grateful. I love life. I'm
yeah,
loving life.
yeah. BMC gets Boston Medical Center because you look at it and you go down there and you got everybody's on drugs, sleeping on the street, and around BMC is a disaster. It's not as beautiful as BMC, Tufts, or even New Med Center's kind of crazy too. I worked at Boston Medical Center, which was part of BU. I worked there for 12 years. And during 9/11, we went out to 9/11 to see how they handled their trauma. And the only hospital in the United States, even till today, that could handle a 9/11 is Boston Medical Center. Like, Boston Medical Center is an amazing hospital. The head surgeon over there, I don't know if he's still there. When I worked there, we had a nickname. We called him God. When America went to war in Afghanistan in 2000, after they knocked over the World Trade Center, and then we went to war. George Bush sent a letter to Boston Medical Center to ask for the head trauma surgeon to go to Iraq or Afghanistan to help with the triage of the soldiers. um an amazing hospital. How many people, car accidents, gunshot wounds that people survive because of that hospital. It's amazing. It gets a bad rap because it's not, the environment is not as good as Longwood Ave.
Well,
But
I can
trust
tell
me.
you this. I love them there.
Trust me.
I love them there. I love
Trust
them
me.
there.
If you are in a if you are in a trauma situation,
Johnny May,
the place
the oncologist is amazing. He's an Indian guy. My surgeon that actually cuts in and do all of that. He's this nice white guy, and his technique. I showed somebody both my scars on my boob on Sunday because my top was a corset. Because I wear my scars are my badge of honor. I wear my scars proudly. And I show her my scars, and she was like, "They look nice." He is so neat. He's like a little craftsman. He tries to make your scars as neat as possible. He tries to put you back together very as best as he can. And I just want to say I'm grateful. The goal is to get to 96. The
yeah, I
goal is to
mean,
get to 96.
but that hospital and the med students, the BU med school, it is the best med school in the country. Harvard is a little bit different. Harvard Med School kind of is more of you look at a problem and you got to figure it out and a new way to look at a problem. BU Med School is by the book. It's by the medicine and the science. I have a lot of experience with BU Medical School. Um, yeah, it's a great education, and that ER and the operating room when I was there was the first hospital where all of the operating utensils come from the ceiling down, where most operating rooms everything is brought in on the floor and you operate up. We all know that the closer you are to the ground, there's more bacteria on the floor. Where at Boston Medical Center, when they were just building it, all the machines and everything comes from the ceiling down, so it just has less less bacteria, less chances for infection with the surgery. Great place, great place. But I'm a snob. I go to Beth Israel.
I'm a,
Yeah, I'm a,
I'm gonna stay at Boston Medical. They
yeah,
saved me, so I'm gonna stay with them. I'm gonna stick, but that's my doctor. That's my hospital. I'm gonna stick beside them.
yeah, I'm a snob, so I go down.
Yeah.
But
So again, like I said, the event was good. It was a great event. I'm grateful to all the ladies that came out. I'm grateful to all the guys that came out. We partied. We have fun. It was worth the 6 months of promoting.
I mean, that's really amazing that you got this love from Kareem.
Yeah, that's my friend. I always told you that. That's my friend. You hold on to you are born into your family, but your friendships you form, and you hold on to the real people that comes in your life. You're gonna know that some people are leaf, some people are branches, and some people are root.
Right.
And the branch will do their time, and they will rot, and they'll fall off. And the leaves first usually fall off. But the people that are root, you hold on to them, and you cherish and nurture those relationships because again, nobody's an island. Nobody's an island. And if you think you can go through this life by yourself, you're dead wrong. Because even Jesus himself rolled deep at him on 12. Way before we knew what a gang was, Jesus was rocking with his 12 dudes.
Yeah, and Johnny May, I want a short doc series on Boston nightlife personalities from day to night, and I want my cut. Johnny May, why the fuck would you write that on Facebook? Someone's gonna steal our idea, but they seen it here first. Yes, and the first person we're gonna start this mini doc series with is gonna be with Tasha Michelle, and we're gonna shoot it at the store, and yeah, follow you around and let's get it done. When is Breast Cancer Month? It's October, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be cool.
All right, so we gotta start shooting, and we gotta get this. we got to get this thing. We want to premiere it October 1st.
Well, I have a few people that you'd be surprised that be outside that experience the things that I have gone through and is still functioning, hasn't been able to sit down and like genuinely open up and talk about it. So I'll have a few ladies come and talk with you as well. But it's like again I said, it's the mental side of it, Johnny May. It's the mental side of it. The medication is horrible. The surgeries are horrible. But it's the mental side that affects us the most.
Yeah,
But all in all, Sunday was an amazing day.
it
Thank
was
you
great. It
again
was a great event.
for holding me down for all your video clippings. I haven't seen them, but I
Oh,
think I want to do a
we're
movie
holding them.
premiere.
We're holding. We're going to yeah, we're holding all the video clippings for the documentary.
Yes, but
So so what we need to do is me, you, and Johnny May probably sometime next week after the holiday. I'll put them on a hard drive, and then we could sit down and go through it, and then we could film that as we're going, and then let's start to build this thing. Keep it to 45 minutes, and we could probably premiere it at a movie theater.
yeah,
Charge tickets for people to come and see it, and end the film with just some testimony of women that survive this horrible disease. And
because
let's
you know
do it.
I'm gonna be 96, right? You know I'm gonna be here till 96.
Yeah, you're gonna be here. Of course, you're gonna be here in '96. I mean, we're in the AI revolution. We might live forever.
I just want to get to 96.
Just want to get to '96. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I don't want to listen to dance hall. The dance hall music, fucking 40 years, 50 years from now, is probably gonna sound like absolute garbage. So you're probably right.
No, I think
96.
it's gonna. I think it's gonna circle. I think it's gonna come back.
You,
I think
you
we're
get come
gonna
back
reach
around.
back.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come back around. The
All right.
fashion
So,
is.
right. You're
I
right.
think
So
it'll come back around.
we'll be at Unity at '96. Listen to somebody play Lodge. That'd be great.
Yeah, but then it's not gonna
And the
be.
Pepper Seed.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be oldies. That's what they're gonna call it. It'll be like like
Right.
in Jamaica where the old people go clubbing together and they call it oldies on a Thursday night.
Right.
It's gonna be that. We gonna be grown folks. Our great
Johnny
grandkids could drop us off.
Johnny May, what are you doing? You're giving away all of our dares on the stream, Johnny May. Pink carpet premiere, yes. Not red carpet, pink carpet. Oh my God.
I think I'm gonna be a feisty 96-year-old Johnny May. I think I'm gonna still be good at 96.
Yeah, Johnny May. Start giving away. Write shit down on a piece of paper and text me. We don't want anybody else stealing our idea. And I think that's something that we could get funding for. I think that's something we could get funding for, and we could put together a nice 45-minute doc and put it out there. And
I promise you
I
would.
think we
There's so much that goes on in the breast cancer community. Um, but you can. You definitely can.
yeah,
You
let's get some
definitely
funding
can.
so we could have a nice party. There she is. Yeah, Johnny Me. Write that shit down on a piece of paper and send it to me. So that way we could brainstorm. Actually, Johnny May, what we need to do is me and you is we need to sit down, write down the skeleton print, and let's figure this shit out.
Johnny May,
Right?
be
She
nice to
does
me.
sound like crazy. All right. Anything else you want to add, Tasha?
No, that's it. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the people that support me. Thank you to all the people that came out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you guys next year. Next year, I might have a surprise. My brain's been warping all day today. Remember,
Gotta
Valiant
re-
is at Unity Friday night. Early bird tickets are sold out. VIP is ill for the people that can afford it. I think y'all should make up with your friends and start buying the VIP packages because those, honey, is the ones that's going to make sense.
What else we got here? We got Cass.
Kaz, Kaz is tomorrow.
Cass is tomorrow.
And the after party is at Sorryland Lime. Go check out my boy KP spot. It's at Sorryland Lime. And then Saturday night, the 5th, I know you're going to Bone Tequila, but
Um, I'm gonna try to. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make that.
the 5th is Coogie's birthday party at Sorryland Lime. It's Coogie's birthday party at Sorryland Lime.
Yeah,
And
what
then
else we
July 27, y'all know it's the free up day cookout in the cut. Y'all know where we be at, where you just gotta buy your drinks because your table free, your entry free, everything is just free but the drinks
and the food for sale.
and the
Unbelievable.
food for sale. But entry is free. So just come on in. Okay, watch your nice skin, clean skin, brown youth, and with the Marley last name. Mr.
Wow.
Junior Gang. Nice, clean Steven, the Marley. Well, look at me. Let me just go lust over Massacre and leave the Marleys alone.
I talk about massacre.
Call it brave, don't call it
Call
luck.
it mute.
And last but not least, we have
The Melanin Brunch. And you know your shades of brown. Your shades of brown. Follow the dress code. Come out and support Star Martin. It's gonna be at the same spot it was last year. Very cozy, very nice, very demure, very city of Boston permit ready.
let's
So
go.
you'll be safe, and you know the food is gonna be good because the chef is the good chef. So yeah, come out and support her.
All right,
Mute,
mute.
mute.
Off it up.
Mute. Lucky business without the salt. Knocky 16, me love for short. Put it on the big screen, me eye short. Some cock up Christine.
Yo, thank you so much for coming through, man. Love y'all.
Bye bye. Have a blessed night.
The thing never die out, and if you're not